Hi, everyone. Good morning. Happy Saturday. It's the 8th of May. Hello. We are in the Psalms and we're in the Living Translation right now. I want to thank you for finding us here and coming on live with us or later on in the day, maybe another day. So, just to give you a little understanding of what we're going to be doing in the next 3 days, if I can make this happen. I'm trying to get my study on. Um, so um, we are starting Psalm 120 today. We just finished that lengthy Psalm 119, which was so powerful. We were in that all this week for 5 days. And now we start what we call the Psalm of Ascents. And these are 15 Psalms in a row that start with 120 and end up, I believe, with 134. And they don't even really know who wrote these Psalms. Could be David, could be a combination of people. We'll talk about that in a minute. But these Psalms are all written as if um, you were climbing upstairs or on a pilgrimage. That's why they're called the Psalm of Ascents. Ascents. Sorry, I just turned my volume up. I hope that helps. So, I wanted to read to you what I'm learning before we start these 15 Psalms about what they are about. And then I just wanted to tell you that we're going to attempt to do 5 of them each morning. So 3 mornings of these. And today we will try to go from Psalm 120 through Psalm 124, both reading them, talking a little bit about them, and then praying through them. Our goal in these Psalms devotions is to learn how to pray the word. Okay, so we are reading in Psalm 120 today, and I'll just read you a little bit of a commentary to give you the understanding about what we're going into for today, which is Saturday, and then, Lord willing, Monday and Tuesday next week. Psalm 120 is the first of a series of 15 psalms, each with the title A Song of Ascents, Ascents, climbing upward. The reason for this collection and arrangement is not precisely stated. Many different explanations have been given for these degrees or steps. It could be called the stairs of the temple songs, the step songs, the gradual songs, the progression songs, the procession from Babylon songs, the pilgrim festival songs. And some suppose that these songs were sung by the Levites from the steps of the temple. That's so cool. They were on the steps of the temple singing these, but probably the best explanation that they have for these psalms is that they were songs of the people of God as they made the pilgrim journey to Jerusalem and the temple at the 3 appointed feasts, which are Passover, Pentecost, and the Feast of Tabernacles. So you know about these feasts, there's 7 of them. During 3 of them, they would sing these psalms as they approached the temple. It's amazing. Um, going going into Jerusalem, my heart is just like, wow. So First Chronicles 13:6 uses this phrase to describe the bringing of the Ark of the Covenant into Jerusalem to bring up from there the Ark of God, the Lord. And according to Charles Spurgeon and many other scholars, the word we translate ascent shares the same root with to bring up, like to bring something up with you, like the Ark of the Covenant. Um, so G. Campbell Morgan says, wait a minute, I have to get um, my cord. I don't want my battery to run out. Just one moment. Okay, here I am. Sorry about that. Sometimes my computer's on low and I didn't realize it today. Okay, D. Campbell Morgan. Um, he says that these songs, this is so cool, these songs are desire and hope and approach. These songs of desire and hope and approach are appropriate for the pilgrims as they go up to worship at the temple. And guess what? Jesus himself, we talked about this the other day, Jesus himself sang these songs on his many journeys to Jerusalem from Galilee. Um, so Jesus himself sang these next 15 songs, songs of ascent, as he went up from Galilee. It's kind of amazing that these men knew these songs. Um, yeah, didn't have the distractions and they were memorizing things, weren't they? All right. So the writers could have been David, Solomon, Ezra, Haggai, Zechariah, Malachi, with no complete evidence of who they might be. But they're written in elegance. So that's all I will say about the beginning, about what these next 3 days will be about. Um, Let me just find myself on my phone because my computer's not telling me accurately who's on here. Okay, now we'll get started here. Psalm 120. All right, I think what I'll do is go one psalm at a time and lift up a prayer after each one. In my troubles, I pled with God to help me, and He did. Deliver me, O Lord, from liars. O lying tongue, what shall be your fate? You shall be pierced with sharp arrows and burned with glowing coals. My troubles pile high among these haters of the Lord, these men of Meshech and Kedar, I don't know. I'm tired of being here among these men who hate peace. I am for peace, but they are for war, and my voice goes unheeded in their councils. So these men, Kedar and Meshech, Kedar's name means powerful, and Meshech's name means prince or precious. So they are princes, powerful men who are men of war. And the psalmist is saying his voice is going unheard in the middle of their meetings or their council because he's a man of peace. So to pray into this, Lord, we ask right now that you would um, give us voices that can be heard in every atmosphere and every place. We ask for favor, that actually when we need to be a voice of war, we would be a voice of war. When we need to be a voice of peace, we would be a voice of peace. And Lord, we know that our warfare is not with man, it is with the spiritual realm. And so we endeavor to bring peace wherever we can, to live at peace with all human beings as we can, endeavoring to live at peace. That's what your word says. But when it is time for us to war, give us strong hands, give us mighty voices. All right, Psalm 121. Shall I look to the mountain gods for help? No. My help is from Jehovah. He made the mountains. Guys, I love this so much because I'm always saying we're not worshiping nature. We're not worshiping things like mountains. We're worshiping the one who created the mountains, created the volcanoes, created the trees, created the animals. And He created the heavens too. He will never let me stumble. He will never let me slip, and He will never let me fall. For He's always watching and He's never sleeping. You know, God does not need to sleep. And I have heard that in heaven, people don't sleep. They don't really need sleep. And so Jehovah Himself is caring for you. He is your defender. He protects you day and night, and He keeps you from all evil and preserves your life. He keeps His eye upon you as you come and go, and He always guards you. That's so powerful.